Thank you all for making the time to come down on a Sunday afternoon to support our event. I'm very honored to be with you today as your host. I volunteered with the Migrant Migrant Writers of Singapore since 2017. For those who aren't familiar with our organization, Migrant Writers of Singapore is a collective of migrant literature enthusiasts. MWS has two main goals: to promote a sense of community among our migrant brothers and sisters, and to bridge the divide between migrants and locals through our shared love for literature and the arts. Activities at MWS are all suggested and organized by the migrants themselves, with locals like myself playing a supporting role in settling admin matters and the like. All migrants, regardless of their background or experience, are welcome to participate in our events, monthly workshops, recital sessions, and competitions. In the past years, we have hosted various events for our migrant friends to showcase their talents, such as the Slam Poetry Festival, Migrant Art Festival and Exhibition, and the Migrant Workers Photography Festival. As an organization which has been actively promoting an inclusive and healthy community, it was unsurprising that we started focusing on mental health activities, especially after the COVID pandemic. Today, we are gathered here at our second mental health awareness event for the migrant community. This year's theme is resilience. What is resilience? The American Psychological Association defines resilience as successfully adapting to challenging life experiences, especially through mental, emotional, and behavioral flexibility. The two words I would like to highlight here are adaptation and flexibility. And that adaptation and flexibility are only possible with a supportive and empathetic community. This year, our festival hopes to focus on strengthening the bonds within that very community that is a compassionate and resilient one. To my migrant brothers and sisters, the word resilience has never been foreign to you. Your flexibility in adapting to disadvantageous situations has never failed to humble me. During the circuit breaker in 2020, you rallied together to create a supportive online community and shared your daily thoughts and poetry on our Facebook page, Daily Life in COVID-19. It has now been renamed Arts in Me. Some of you took the psychological first aid course offered by the Red Cross during the pandemic to better support your fellow migrant friends. And finally, your continued support in events organized by MWS and proactiveness in giving back to the community, such as donating blood or organizing donation drives, are remarkable efforts. Yet, we cannot take this resilience for granted. In August 2020, an article by Reuters highlighted a recent spate of suicides and attempted suicides by migrant workers due to being confined in the dormitories during COVID-19 pandemic. In 2022, we are emerging from the pandemic, yet we suffer its after effects. Our migrant brothers are still going through and living with residual symptoms due to long COVID. An alarming number of workplace fatalities has occurred in the first half of the year. The world is rife with international conflict and political unrest. Our migrant friends are still plagued with issues regarding food, lodging, and salary. Back home, their families have struggled to cope with the COVID-19 pandemic and various natural disasters, such as the floods in Bangladesh and the super typhoon Noru in the Philippines. Our migrant friends need our support more than ever. They need us to listen to their needs and provide a safe space for them to voice their concerns. As marginalized members of our community, they need locals like us to advocate for their well-being and health. A resilient community does not only refer to our migrant brothers and sisters, but includes the whole of Singapore. Starting with our festival, we hope to spark more conversations regarding the mental health of our migrant community. These discussions should not be limited to the panel discussion section once a year during our festival. Share the online recording with your friends and DM us to find out how you can volunteer to help. I would like to share a quote from Peter Levine, a contemporary psychologist specializing in trauma. Resilient strength is the opposite of helplessness. The tree is made strong and resilient by its grounded root system. these roots take nourishment from the ground and grow strong. May our community be the fertile ground for the fruitful lives of many others to come. Last but not least, allow me to offer my gratitude for all those who have made this event possible. The Mental Health Awareness and Wellbeing Festival is proudly supported by Slate Station, the Majority Trust, One Bag One Book, and Zuchi Humanistic Youth Center. Thank you to Carissa from Slate Station for coordinating the entire event tirelessly with back and forth emails. The Executive Committee of MWS, Zakir Hossain, who founded this festival and has been helping us from Bangladesh, Jenaline, Julie, Nicey, Jay, and Theophilus, the ICs for Carnival of Poetry, Nicey, Julie, Nelly, Ria, Inda, and the ICs for Open Borders, Elise, Ellen, Jenaline, Laura, the various panelists and invited speakers, as well as the volunteers for the festival and the book fair. Thank you for your support in ensuring that all aspects of the festival will run smoothly. So please take a few minutes to fill out our short survey. It will greatly help us to improve and continue organizing events such as this. If you would like to support these initiatives, you can also donate to Slate Station via giving.sg. It will greatly help us to continue featuring migrant writing in Singapore and keeping our events free and accessible. You may scan the QR codes on the screen to access the feedback form and the giving.sg link. They are also posted around the hall. Our next event will be the Poetry Competition Award Ceremony at Zuchi Humanistic Youth Center. So it will be held here on the 16th of October. We would love to have you there. Stay tuned to our Facebook page, Migrant Writers of Singapore, for more updates. If you'd like to be part of the MWS community, we would love to have a conversation with you. We'll be hanging around after this event, so do come by and say hi. And with that, we have come to the end of our Mental Health Awareness and Wellbeing Festival 2022. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your Sunday.